is going on, YouTube land? I am Chris Catalunya. Before we get into today's shoe review, go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And I know, I keep saying it, we really are hitting it close to that 8,000 subscriber mark here on this YouTube channel. Thank you if you're subscribed already. If you're not, you definitely will want to, because once we hit 8K, I'm gonna give away some cool prizes like the Supreme Balaclava face mask in the black colorway. I have the Supreme Cat in the Hat tee in the white color in a size medium, and I have 3 Bape magazines in which they all contain accessories within them. This one is the Bape wallet, Bape kids bag, and then this one is the Bape sling bag. So again, once we hit 8K, let's raffle these prizes off. Alright, in hand, I have Jerry Lorenzo's latest product offering from the collaboration of Fear of God and the Nike brand. This is the Fear of God Raid in the black colorway. Previous to this shoe's release, we had the Fear of God 1s, the Fear of God 1 shoot around, the Fear of God moccasins, the Fear of God Skylon 2s. We had a lot of shoes. And although there have been several styles released under that Fear of God Nike collaboration, these shoes are still pretty limited. I must say, this shoe is a sleeper and is super underrated. Now, the shoe actually had a release date of May 18th of 2019, and it was released on the Sneakers app, and it was actually slow to sell out on the Sneakers app. And then in like brick and mortar stores like SneakerPolitics, I think they actually have some pairs sitting over there. And you already know I didn't cop these on sneakers because I never cop on sneakers. I cop these locally at SneakerPolitics Austin. The Fear of God raids attain a price point of $190 USD. Add a couple dollars for your tax and your VAT just based on where you reside. Concerning the resale market, looking on StockX, looking at GOAT, these aren't doing too much over retail. You can find this shoe, depending on the size that you need, going for anywhere between $200 and about $250 USD. My first impression of this shoe is hella dope, and that is to be expected, especially since the shoe is coming from the Fear of God workshop. While most people aren't fan of mid-cut shoes or chukka boots, I do think that this Fear of God raid shoe can be that bridge the gap between people actually liking mids, or at least have an appreciation for mids. And it's actually kind of crazy because nowadays Nike and the Jordan brand, they're actually seeing a market for mid shoes, and a lot of people are buying up those shoes again. The Fear of God Raid attains some history and is inspired by the 1992 release of the Nike Air Raid, which was made popular by Tim Hardaway. The Nike Air Raid was the basketball shoe that featured straps that went across the bridge of the shoe and secured near the collar area. Upon receiving your shoes, the shoebox comes like this. You have glossy Nike font going all over in a peach colored box, and it is of the pull box format where you have the tab to release the box, and to pull right here there is a metal hole. The front of the box is done in white, and you have your black sizing label right here. Moving on to the shoe, the upper is comprised of several different materials. You have your neoprene, suede, elastic, nylon, all that in here. Both the lateral and the medial side of the shoe are similar, so we'll only focus on the lateral side of the shoe. Now, this upper right here is done in that black suede material, and it's kind of crazy because if you look at the gray pair of the raids, you see there is a contrast in color. You have the gray upper, and then you have the Nike swoosh that's done in black. That is definitely not the case on this particular shoe. It is matching in color and of the same material, so black swoosh. And I kind of like that. It's a subtle flex. Not a lot of people will know that you're rocking a Nike shoe unless they're part of the sneaker community or they really take a hard look at your shoe. The black suede reaches from the back of the quarter panels and reaches towards the front of the toe box area, which encloses the vamp area, which is done in a neoprene material. For some style points on that neoprene vamp are 3 arches stitched in. I'm gonna try to give you a better view of the lacing system. Running from the vamp to the top of the tongue is a nylon strip of fabric which acts as lace loops for the laces that feed through. The default set of laces are of a black color, a round rope shape, and I'm not too sure what the material build is, but it feels like a cotton polyester blend. Attached to the right shoe on the medial side, we are supplied a white set of laces, but honestly, I don't know who in their right mind would actually rock this pair. And of course, in typical Fear of God Nike collaboration styling, there is a lace lock at the very top of the shoe. It's done in a clear and black plastic. And of course, you can lock the laces in place with this versus tying your shoe. And you can see that Air Fear God branding on the button itself. Again, paying homage to that OG Nike Air Raid shoe, these have those straps going on that start at the midsole of the shoe, cross over to the bridge, and is secured at the ankle or the collar of the shoe. And this is done in a black elastic to mold well with your foot. To secure these straps in place, there are Velcro squares placed on the straps, on the tongue, and at the end of the ankle straps. After crossing the straps on the bridge, you can take your ankle strap right here and the D-hook that is on the end of this strap and feed it through. Then you just pull back the ankle strap and secure it to the Velcro that is at the back of the heel. Now I gotta open this back up so we can talk about the tongue, which is done in a black neoprene format. On the reverse side of the tongue, and is actually upside down, there is a black label that features that Air Fear of God branding. There's nothing much going on at the heel of the shoe, just this nylon strip that goes up and under this secure point for the elastic ankle strap. The lining of the shoe is lightly padded and done in a black neoprene type material. Pulling out the insole from the shoe, you can see a bed of fabric done in black and some Air Fear of God branding at the heel. And this is all done on a thin piece of gray foam. Moving on to the midsole of the shoe, it's done in a fossil color and is employing that Nike Phylon material, which is an EVA foam. On the lateral side, next to the air bubble, we have some raised letters saying Air 180, Fear of God, serial number 8329166. On the heel, we also have some raised letters saying Nike Air. Yes, you already know this is definitely not your traditional Nike Air bubble, being that it's done in this rectangle format. And what's also cool about this air bubble, or specifically on this shoe, is that it's employing a Nike Zoom Air unit. Now, whether that's a full-length air unit or a heel unit, I'm not too sure. But this air unit, this Zoom Air unit, is double stacked. And it's also cool in turning the shoe to the outsole because that air bubble is revealed under here as well and is featuring that Nike swoosh done up in black. The remainder of the outsole is done in a blown rubber to enable flexibility, and the traction marking is of like squares that are equally spaced out. Concerning sizing, I'm usually rocking a size 8.5 or a 9 US, 8.5 being my truest size. Unfortunately, SneakerPolitics didn't have any more 8.5s, so I went with a size 9. And I must say, the size 9 leaves me a lot of space from the top of the toe to the top of the toe box, maybe a full centimeter. However, I think I can compensate with that extra space by putting in my own third-party insole into the shoe. And yes, even with that double stacked Nike Zoom Air unit in the midsole of the shoe, you still probably want to use your own insole, and because the shoe, it's not that comfortable, or you don't feel that Zoom Air unit. In wearing the Fear of God Raids, the midsole feels super stiff. You definitely don't feel that cushioning, you don't feel that support. Which is actually a huge letdown, especially since you're paying $190 for this shoe. My final thoughts on the Fear of God Raids. I do think that this shoe is a quality shoe, and I do think that $190 price point is somewhat justified. The quality of the materials used on the shoe is pretty good. I think the storyline behind the shoe and how it pays homage to that OG Nike Air Raid shoe, it's quality story. And of course, that design coming from the Fear of God workshop, you know you're getting a quality design that was well thought out. This is a good shoe, and once again, it's definitely a subtle flex. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point for this video. What do you think about the Fear of God Raids? What do you think about this shoe in comparison to other Fear of God Nike shoes like the Skylon 2? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris.Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And again, we are hitting it really close to that 8,000 subscriber mark here on this YouTube channel. Thank you for your support. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that's it. I'm Chris.Catalunya, and we will check you next time. Cheers, Sigina.